No cancer, no license. That's what the message is sending me here. Because everybody knows that cancer cancer is deterred by medical marijuana, and that they've made a serum, a vaccine out of cannabinoids already, and cannabinoids, uh, and they're psyops trying to keep people addicted to their way of doing things, which is with the sorceries of man. Pharmaceuticals will not back down from the marijuana attacks and false flags, right? So I go and try to get my driver's license back after not having one for 32 years over, three driving under the influence of alcohol offenses that happened, when I was a kid 32 years ago. And, and this is after 22 years ago I did everything they told me to do to get my license back, and they still wouldn't give it to me. And then, I pony up all this money, recently, last year, and the last part of last year was all spent trying to get my license back. I invested everything I had, and some of what I didn't. I pawned my guitar even, so they even stole music from me with this thing. And it's like my health stuff got entered into this conversation, and it's like, I have the religious belief that I shouldn't have to resort to chemicals if I don't want to. That's why my blood pressure medication is it's enzymic. It's not chemicals. I have a physical aversion to chemicals and alcohol, and these monsters have dictated that if I don't get off the marijuana, so it's like I'm gonna give them what they want, and then I'm gonna develop cancer because I'm genetically predisposed to catch it, right? And I've been, for those of you who want to avoid cancer, get off their pills, watch how much GMO food you eat, be careful of your water sources, and smoke a lot of medical grade marijuana, not no street gaff. And you'll see that, and they don't want to admit this, that it is a deterrent against cancer. And what's weird is I had stopped smoking it to fulfill their needs, and my PSAs went up. The numbers for prostate cancer, they went up when I stopped smoking the medical marijuana. Plus, my blood pressure went up. I found it harder to control my rages, my psychotic rages. And it's like I'd like rant for hours, where if under the influence of medical marijuana, if I feel a rant coming on, I could smoke a couple hits of that and calm down, and not go into it. And it's like these freaks took and put my medical shit that's protected under federal HIPAA laws, and used it against me. It's like saying that, I can't have a driver's license if I'm getting chemotherapy, or if I have a broken leg and go get my leg fixed and I need Tylenol 3s. That's like saying I can't have a driver's license because I need prescriptions. You see, it's healthcare shit. It's illegal. So it's like that's the message they sent to me is if I don't risk catching cancer, then I can't have a driver's license. These freaks for real have it in there that I am not allowed to have marijuana, and I'm supposed to go to these. I'm supposed to subject myself to drunken chemical toilets and go to these meetings and lie out of my mouth and say I'm powerless over marijuana. I'm not powerless over it. I drove my fucking risk for cancer up, proving to y'all that I'm not powerless over it. I got a clean urine to prove it on record. I'm not doing any of that again. So y'all fucked yourselves because you brought down curses on yourself when you sabotaged my agendas. You see, because I represent God, Christ, and Lucifer's conjoined in time agendas, and you're fucking with that. You see, you're slowing me down. I was supposed to already be working, and you got me instead jumping through hoops trying to maintain SSI just so I can maintain insurance so I can continue to stay alive, because I'm on a death list now. So, they've hit me, from every direction. So it's like, yeah, that's what Chris Seeger of Catholic Services and Hearing Officer Ojabina of Michigan Secretary of State has said in so many words, is that no cancer, no driver's license. Fuck you, buddy. So that's the message I'm getting sent by this ongoing rape. It doesn't end. I don't ever get a letter in the mail saying, oh, we looked at her decision and we're a higher authority than her, and we realized that she was wrong, that she should have considered your religious beliefs and the fact that you had a clean urine and that you were abstinent and that you don't do chemicals and you don't drink alcohol. And none of those things were considered. She just wanted to shoot you down because she didn't like you, much like Chris Seeger did. So it's like, yeah, I keep, hoping against hope that, justice will prevail and that a higher authority than, hearing officer Ojabrina, baby eating bitch as she is, will, override her decision. You see, or that, maybe an attorney somewhere decide they don't want to be cursed no more, because until somebody helps me, man, everybody that could help me is cursed. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck. Lawyers, judges, Secretary of State personnel, people that work for Catholic Services. Catholic Services owes me now. They allowed Chris Seeger to rape me, you see. So, and she did. She effectively raped me of my future. She raped the male me. You see? So this is all I've got. This right here, what you see, this is all I've got. I can't accomplish anything else from, my position of health without the driver's license, and they don't want to give it to me after 32 years. It's not like I killed somebody. There's people who kill people in drunk driving accidents who get their license back after 5-7 years, man. I didn't kill nobody. I got pulled over drunk, a few times, while under the influence. I wasn't drunk all the times, but 3 times within 7 years. It's like, you got your, it is not the intent of the law to rob me of my whole adult life. So you're abusing the law right now. You see, at some point, it's like if only there was somebody competent that would take control of Secretary of State and purge the system of the old cases and just restore them. The cases as far back as 32 years, they should be gone. The laws have changed fucking 3 times since then, man. And according to MAP 21 that Obama signed off on in 2010, I'm supposed to be able to have my license back with a breathalyzer starter kit on my vehicle. And y'all don't even want to give me the option of that, you see, because I won't back down from my religious beliefs. And I'm not going to, so you keep hitting me. This is another day I'm going to sue for. And if I die, well, my wife will sue for wrongful death and for my persecution on my behalf. She had to endure it too. She had to watch me not be able to be her husband, be a man. She had to watch me not be able to, get in my vehicle and drive myself down to go see one of my kids or pick up my daughter and take her out to eat, be a dad to her and shit. She had to watch me all these years, be beneath my potential because of this corrupt white devilism, okay? So, and now it's like what they have said in so many words because, I have been on a regimen. I'm 50 years old, man. It's like I could come down with cancer at any given second. I've been smoking all my adult life, cigarettes. And it's like I'm susceptible to it because of, other people in my family have had it. My granny died from cancer. So after surviving all kinds of other shit. So it's like, I know, because I have a heightened state of awareness because I don't let them, zombie me out with media and pills and GMO foods. I know that marijuana works to deter cancer. It doesn't always work, but you have a greater chance of not getting cancer if you smoke a lot of marijuana. Okay, it's just a fact, and they don't want to come off that fact. They don't want to give that to the herb, the healing herb that God gave us. They don't want to. They don't want to give it its props because they're fulfilling the negative side of the prophecy. That the pharmaceuticals, which is the sorceries of man, will be force marketed and legal and accepted. And, the healing herbs and the things that God gave us, and he even described medical marijuana down to a T, is like those things will be illegal and you won't be able to have them. Well, look what they've done just so that they can make money off of, because all the treasonous traitors and terrorists disguised as government in America are owned by corporations, pharmaceutical companies, insurance companies. Obamacare proves that to you. Banking companies, the illegal tax breaks, terrorist attack on the economy for the tax breaks for the wealthiest percentile of the Bush era. That proves that to you. It's like the government is owned by these freaks. They can't get enough. No matter how much they get, it's not enough. They're in the contest to be the richest shitworm, the most least effective shitworm on the planet. They try to pass it off like it takes a level of intelligence to get where they're at. No, it takes a level of brutishness that most people don't have. Okay, that's what it is. It takes a level of being a beast, a monster. You see, because the stupidest people on the planet have the most money. Look at Donald Trump, okay? He doesn't realize how stupid he looks every time he goes on camera, or he would stop doing it, all right? That's just one example. They're all like that. Bill Gates, on record, is he wants to kill everybody that made him rich. Yeah, what a bug, man. Who's going to take out your garbage, fool? Who going to clean your house? You ain't going to do it. Yeah, bug, a little bug, and that's stupidity, on a hierarchy level, and it's everywhere. Like these pedophiles and in the royal family think that their secrets ain't going to come out now that we've reached this prophetic era, and they're all engaged in this hindering of this movement of the end time spirit of, end time movement of the spirit of Elias. They're all engaged in hindering it and slowing it down. People like me, and I'm the only one like me I know that represents all three agendas. You see, because there won't nobody else properly represent them. People claiming to be with God Allah are liars and pedophiles and infidels who deny that Jesus Christ is his son. People who claim to be with Jesus are picketing fags instead of, trying to help the animals that are being euthanized every day. They're worried about what people are doing with their pee-pees. People who are proclaiming to be Satanists don't even know who he is, where he is, or what his agenda is, so they're running around being little fucking spooks and shit. It's like they don't even realize that he's coming back here pretending to be Jesus Christ, gonna rule this planet with his fallen angels, the ones who agreed to go back before the days of Noah, the flood of Noah. They went back, so now they're allowed to reenact with Lucifer because they were obedient. The ones that didn't go back got killed off with the flood. Yeah, so it's like, there you go. Lucifer's coming back pretending to be Jesus Christ. Okay? How is sacrificing babies to him under the Vatican, and under in your little underground cities, how is that shit benefiting Lucifer? Yeah, it's like you misrepresent him by even proclaiming to be his. It's like taking God's name in vain. You pretend to be God's, but you're not doing God's will. You do, your will, or the will of your prophets and preachers and teachers. You do the will of man. Yeah, fuck what God's got to say about it. Yeah, because he ain't here right now, right? He'll be back soon. And you got it in your non-tamperable, non-deletable, non-erasable spirit memory that you thought that you could just get away with doing whatever the fuck you want to do. Okay? So, you'll be time looped and eternally executed after your time loop. And then you won't exist. So you don't exist right now. You got kind of cocky in your non-existence, didn't you? Yeah. So pretty soon, there won't be no parameters of, get cancer or don't get no driver's license.